Hello there everybody, it's Mark Curley. I'm back doing another one of my message to my subscriber videos and working on an illustration as I normally do. This is one from a picture called the Totoro Shrine. And boy, I started a long time ago. I don't know why it's taking me so long to finish. Well, I do know why. I got distracted by a lot of work that I had to get done, but now I can keep working on this piece and answer a few questions from people who have been sending them my way. Let's begin with a question from someone named Marvel1961. And that question is, have you considered doing a how to draw book? Well, that's a great question, and I've sort of thought about it. People you have very kindly said, hey, you know, you should do this, and you would be good at doing a how to draw book. And it would be fun. And so it's definitely something I'm thinking about. You know, the truth is that I still, even after getting all these subscribers and everything, I don't necessarily see myself as qualified to teach people how to draw. That may sound kind of funny. I sort of see myself as just coming on doing these videos, telling people what I know to the best of my abilities. But who knows? Maybe I'll have the chance to do that at some point. It would be fun. And I'd have to sort of look at what's out there in terms of how to draw books and see how I could make mine different. Because, you know, last thing we need is just another carbon copy, how to draw a manga book kind of a thing. In the meantime, please keep watching these videos because they will contain all of my best advice about how to draw. And just let me say one more time, I've said this before, but no matter how many times I say it, I still get a lot of messages from people who are basically saying, hey Mark, can you help me learn how to draw? Can you send me some tips about how to draw? And, you know, I got, what is it? I got so many thousands of subscribers now that it's just, for me to begin replying to those kinds of messages, it's just impossible. You know, there's just dozens upon dozens every day. And there's no way I'm going to be able to find the time. So if you're one of those people who wants to send me a message like that, that's saying, hey Mark, please look at my, you know, drawings and then tell me what you think I should do or give me some tips. Let me save you a little time. There's no way I'm going to be able to give you some tips, and sadly there's no way I'm even going to be able to reply to the emails like that. There's just too many of them. So let's move on to the next question. Okay, the next question comes from someone named Grand Theft 90210. And the question is, are you going to do another manga series, this time with a male character? And happily the answer is yes. I'm working on a new manga series, or I've got a proposal for a new manga series that's out there, and we're just trying to get a publisher for it. I did a video some time ago that gave a sort of sample sequence in very rough form that really only just gave you a taste of the very beginning of the story. A lot of people looked at that preview and they were like making judgments about about the story. Yeah, I don't know, a story about a musician. And I had to kind of laugh because it's like, no, this is not a story about a musician. He just happens to be playing guitar in an early scene. But I thought it would be kind of fun to show a few more illustrations from the proposal. This time showing some of the more polished, finished illustrations, because that sequence I showed in the earlier video was all very rough, sketch kind of layout type stuff. That is not going to be the style of the final piece. I'm definitely going to do nice finished artwork for the final piece. But let me show you some of the more finished illustrations. I'll just sort of splice them in right here and see what you think. So there you have it, some of the more finished stuff. I think I also spliced in a few few more things from the proposal. There's sort of rough layout stuff, but you can start to get maybe a better idea of the look of that series, what it would be like. And I'm very excited about it. I'm very optimistic that we are going to find a publisher for it very soon. As I had said before, that we came really close with a major American comic publisher that wanted to do it, and it just there was just something with the contract that caused that deal to not go forward. But that convinces me, the fact that they were willing to do it, that convinces me that I am right, that it is a good story, that it's a good proposal, lots of action, lots of excitement, and so yeah, that's going to be coming hopefully within the next year or two, my work on it anyway. And as for a publication date, I can't really tell you for sure, but thanks for your encouragement and patience as I try to get this next project up and running. Let's go on to the next question. Alright, this is a really good question. It's from someone named Opera Sally. And she says, your work is really focused on being anatomically correct. Is this true of most Japanese manga? You know, when you watch my videos, and I'm saying like how to draw a foot or whatever, I get very focused on the anatomy and trying to do it properly. And that's a very good question. Is that true that Japanese manga, artists are so focused on anatomy? And I'd have to say that maybe most of them are not. Some of them definitely are. And it's you go from one artist to the other, and you can see very different levels of concern with anatomy. I just figure that some of the people, many of the people who are watching these videos are into manga, but some of them are not, and so I'm trying to make videos that can maybe reach both of those people. Videos that are sort of general how to draw videos, but then have also manga aspect to them for those of you who like manga. So I'm sort of trying to do both. And there are, if you look around, you will see some manga artists who are really into proper anatomy, and that the manga aspect of it is just a very light touch. And that's, of course, the way things are in my manga, Miki Falls. I try, a lot of people look at it and say, boy, this doesn't look exactly like Japanese manga. And, that was very much a deliberate choice. I thought from the outset, well, my name is Mark Crilly. No one's going to be fooled into thinking that this is done by a Japanese person. Why should I try super, super hard to make it look absolutely identical to Japanese style? And what I ended up doing was sort of a mix between my approach to illustration and mixing in different aspects of Japanese illustration that I enjoy. And so that's what you get with Miki Falls. You get maybe a mix of concern with anatomy, different things like that you might not necessarily see in the average manga. Certainly the backgrounds, people comment again and again, boy, we love your backgrounds, and thank you so much for that. That's part of my approach to comic book storytelling. I love getting into the backgrounds, the setting, the environment, making sure that people have a sense of where they are, almost like when you're watching a movie. They really let you see the location, and you get a feeling of the atmosphere and so forth. So the next question actually will allow you to see some of that artwork that I just talked about. Let's go to that one, and that is from Sakura Petal 366. What is Miki Falls about anyway? I have done a video, and you can search for it if you basically put those words in to the search field of YouTube. What is Miki Falls about? The very first video that comes up, it will be my video that explains it. But I thought I'd try something a little different within this video, and that is to tell you a little more about what the plot is about by showing you pieces of artwork in the book. I'll stop talking about it and actually do it and see what you think. Here it goes. Miki Falls is about a girl named Miki Yoshi. She lives in Japan, in a small town in the countryside called Fukuyama. Into this town comes a boy named Hiro Sakurai. Miki is very curious about Hiro. She wants to get to know him. But Hiro pushes Miki away. He has secrets he doesn't want anyone to know. But Miki doesn't give up. She pursues Hiro, and eventually she gets to know all of his secrets. Hiro's biggest secret is that he possesses supernatural powers. And he's not the only one. He belongs to a secret society of such beings, all of them in possession of the same supernatural powers. Miki is told that it is against the rules of their secret society for Hiro and Miki to be together. Hiro and Miki break the rules. They run away together. They cannot run away forever, though. Members of the secret society eventually find them and come after them. Miki and Hiro go to incredible extremes to get away from them. Does the series have a happy ending or a sad ending? Well, come on, you didn't think I was going to give that away, did you? If you do want to know the answer to that question as to whether it has a happy ending or a sad ending, you're just going to have to read all 4 books in the series. Thanks, Sakura Pedal 366, for that question. I really appreciate it, and I hope you all enjoyed my answer. Alright, well, I think we're ready for the last question today, and that comes from someone named Animated Line. And the question is, what size paper did you use for Miki Falls? I worked fairly small. I know a lot of people use very large sheets of paper to do manga or comic book artwork, and then, you know, it gets shrunk down and looks much more detailed that way. I decided to try to fit 2 pages of art onto each sheet of Bristol paper that I used, just off of a pad of Strathmore, I think it is, Bristol paper that I used for doing the artwork. And I guess I just decided that I wasn't going to have hyper-detailed, super clean lines in this series anyway. But how about if I actually show you one of the pages, and you'll get a sense then of the size that I work at, and also how it changes and how much of the work is actually done with Photoshop and kind of computer effects and stuff like that. So let me put the brush down and I'll show you. Let's see, where is it? Here is an original page before it has been toned up and turned into final artwork. Now, this working area here, I would say from top to bottom is only about 8.5 inches. From side to side about maybe 6 or more inches. So that's pretty small. Here's the final page. You can kind of compare and see that how much is added to it by way of Photoshop, gray toning, different stuff like that. And so the line work, all of the line work is done by hand. Let me zoom in just a little so you can kind of compare those. See just what part is brought to it by hand and what part of it is done by computer. And you can see it's almost like 50-50, I say. A lot of people describe my manga series as having been illustrated by pencil. But I don't think that's completely true. I think it's really, the Photoshop is at least half the job. And not that I'm all that skilled with Photoshop, but I certainly made full use of it to try to make these scenes look more 3D than they were with just the plain line art. And I don't know if I don't even know if manga readers are all that into gray tones and three-dimensionality and all that stuff, but I did it anyway. It's too late. So hopefully that answers your question. Let me just hit the pause button and maybe have some final words before I end this video. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed today's message to the subscribers video, and I hope you liked the answers to the questions. My apologies to anyone who felt that my little preview there gives away too many spoilers about Miki Falls. You know, for ages, I have tried to keep super secret all of the details of what this manga is about. But unfortunately, I think that's just resulted in a lot of people scratching their heads and saying, man, what is this story? You never really talk about it. So it's now my philosophy is let's do it more like they do the trailers for movies, you know, and you sit down and see a trailer in a movie theater and it pretty much shows you almost everything that happens in the whole movie. So maybe those people know something that I don't. In any case, that's probably all the time we have for today. I want to thank you all for watching these videos and for subscribing. It's just it's amazing to me the number of people that I'm connecting with by way of these videos, hearing from people all over the world, you know, Norway, messages in Chinese sometimes. It's just mind-blowing. YouTube has really just kind of changed my life. It's really incredible. And thanks to all of you for being a part of that. My next video is going to be hopefully a pretty big one, not quite as big as the 100 Eyes video. I don't think I have the time to do something quite on that level, but it's a little bit reminiscent of that. And I won't give it away what the topic is, but you're going to see a lot of drawing in the next video. Well, let's wind it down for now. I thank you all for watching these videos, and I will be back with another one real soon.